If your head feels like there's a tight band squeezing around it every morning, and you can actually hear your pulse throbbing in your ears when you lie down at night, stop what you're doing and listen carefully. This red flower method helped my 67-year-old patient drop her systolic blood pressure 18 points in just 7 days. It's not cutting out salt or buying expensive CoQ10 supplements. It's a simple Ruby tea protocol sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now. But you must steep it for exactly 6 minutes at 2 specific times of the day, or it won't work at all. Let's dive in. I'm going to show you exactly how a simple tea can help you lower your blood pressure naturally. You don't need a prescription, it costs less than your morning coffee, and you can start seeing results in as little as 7 days. I know you've probably tried everything. You've cut the salt, you're watching your diet, maybe taking evening walks, perhaps even on medication. But those numbers just aren't budging. You wake up, check your blood pressure, and there it is again. 145/92, 152/88. And you think, what else can I possibly do? I see this every day in my practice. Patients come in frustrated, exhausted, and scared. They're worried about their heart, about stroke, about what this means for their grandchildren and the life they want to live. And I completely understand because high blood pressure is serious. But here's what I want you to know. You have more control than you think. There's one simple thing you can add to your daily routine that could make a real difference. Not a complicated diet overhaul, not an expensive supplement program, not another pill, just a beautiful ruby red tea that tastes tart and refreshing and has been used for centuries in traditional medicine. This isn't some health fad. This is backed by real science, real studies, and real results from my own patients. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what this tea is, why it works powerfully for people over 60, how to prepare it the right way, when to drink it for best results, and what mistakes to avoid that could sabotage your progress. But before we dive in, I need to tell you something important. Most people over 60 make one critical mistake when trying to lower their blood pressure naturally, and it's costing them months, even years of progress. They're wasting time and money on approaches that don't work the way they should. I discovered this mistake after reviewing hundreds of patient charts and seeing the same pattern over and over. I'll reveal what that mistake is in just a moment and show you exactly how to avoid it. So don't go anywhere because this could be the missing piece you've been searching for. Stop right there. Before I continue, I need you to do something for me right now. Look down at your ankles and feet. I'm serious. Pause the video if you need to. Press your thumb firmly into the front of your shin bone, right above your ankle, and hold it there for 5 seconds. Now remove your thumb. Do you see an indentation? A little dent that stays there for more than 2 seconds? That's called pitting edema, and it's one of the hidden signs that your blood pressure has been high for too long. When your heart struggles to pump blood efficiently because of high pressure, fluid starts pooling in your lower legs and feet. Your body is literally holding onto excess sodium and water, which is making your blood pressure even worse. This is exactly why the diuretic effect of hibiscus tea is so powerful for people like you. If you saw that indentation, you need what I'm about to share even more urgently. Now let's continue. What's really happening inside your body when your blood pressure stays high? I want to explain this without confusing medical jargon, because once you understand what's going on, you'll understand exactly why this tea works so well. Think of your blood vessels like garden hoses running throughout your body. When you're young, those hoses are flexible and elastic. When blood flows through them, they expand and contract easily. If your heart pumps harder during exercise, the vessels stretch to accommodate. No problem. But as we age, especially after 60, things change. Those vessels stiffen. They accumulate plaque from cholesterol. The walls thicken. They lose elasticity. Suddenly, when your heart pumps blood through, those vessels can't expand like they used to. Your heart has to push harder to move the same amount of blood through narrower, stiffer pathways. That increased force is what we measure as high blood pressure. And when your heart works that hard day after day, it wears out. That's when we see heart failure, heart attacks, and strokes. Now here's where it gets interesting. There's a flowering plant called Hibiscus sabdariffa. You might know it as roselle or red sorrel. It grows in warm climates and produces stunning deep red flowers. For hundreds of years, people in Africa, the Caribbean, Latin America, and Asia have been brewing these flowers into tart, refreshing tea. They drank it to cool down, to support their health, and because it tastes delicious. But recently, scientists started studying what's actually in this tea and why it helps so many people with blood pressure. And what they found was remarkable. Inside those deep red petals are powerful natural compounds called anthocyanins. These are the same compounds that give blueberries and pomegranates their color, and they're incredibly beneficial for your cardiovascular system. Here's how they work. When you drink hibiscus tea, these anthocyanins are absorbed into your bloodstream. They travel through your body and interact with the lining of your blood vessels, the endothelium. The anthocyanins signal these cells to produce more nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is nature's blood vessel relaxer. When it's released, it causes the smooth muscle in your vessel walls to relax and open up. Suddenly, that narrow, stiff hose becomes wider and more flexible. Blood flows more easily. And when blood flows more easily, the pressure drops. Your heart doesn't have to work as hard. But that's not all hibiscus does. It also acts as a natural diuretic, helping your body eliminate excess sodium and water through your kidneys. When you have less fluid volume in your bloodstream, there's less pressure against those vessel walls. Think of a water balloon filled to the brim. It's tight and firm. But let a little water out, and it becomes softer, more relaxed. Same principle. And there's a third mechanism. Hibiscus contains organic acids and flavonoids with ACE inhibitor properties. ACE stands for angiotensin-converting enzyme. This enzyme regulates blood pressure. When ACE is highly active, it causes vessels to constrict and your body to retain sodium. Many prescription medications work by blocking this enzyme. Hibiscus has a similar, though milder, effect naturally. So you've got three powerful mechanisms working together. Vessel relaxation through nitric oxide, fluid reduction through diuretic effect, and ACE inhibition. That's why this isn't folklore. This is real, measurable science. Multiple clinical studies have been done on hibiscus tea and blood pressure. One well-known study was published in the Journal of Nutrition in 2010. Researchers gave adults with pre-hypertension or mild hypertension 3 cups of hibiscus tea daily for 6 weeks. At the end, participants saw an average reduction of 7.2 points in systolic blood pressure. Some individuals saw drops up to 13 points. Another study in 2015 compared hibiscus tea to the blood pressure medication lisinopril in patients with mild hypertension. The results? Hibiscus was nearly as effective as the medication. Now, I'm not saying throw away your medication and just drink tea. Absolutely not. But hibiscus tea is a powerful, evidence-based tool that can work alongside your other efforts. And for some people, especially those with pre-hypertension or those wanting to avoid medication, this could be enough to bring numbers into a healthy range. Here's the secret most doctors won't tell you, not because they're hiding anything, but because they simply don't know. Medical schools don't teach us about hibiscus tea. We're taught about pharmaceuticals, the latest drugs, surgical interventions, natural remedies, barely mentioned. So even well-meaning doctors aren't aware of how powerful this can be. But here's what I discovered working with my patients. The timing and temperature of when you drink this tea makes all the difference. Some patients would come back after 2 weeks saying, "Dr. Serrati, I've been drinking the tea every day, but my blood pressure hasn't budged." When I asked how they were preparing it and when they were drinking it, I immediately saw the problem. They were making it too weak, not steeping it long enough to extract the beneficial compounds, or drinking it at random times, not giving their body the consistent signal it needs, or drinking it ice cold from the refrigerator, which affects absorption. These little details matter more than you'd think. I'm going to share that exact timing and preparation method with you in just a minute. This is the protocol I've refined with dozens of patients who have seen real measurable results. But first, listen carefully because this is absolutely critical for your safety. If you're already on blood pressure medication, whether it's a diuretic, beta blocker, ACE inhibitor, calcium channel blocker, whatever it is, do not stop taking it. Do not reduce your dose on your own. Do not make any changes without talking to your doctor first. This tea can work beautifully alongside your medication. Many of my patients use it as part of their overall blood pressure management strategy. But because hibiscus is effective at lowering blood pressure, if you're taking it with medication, your pressure could drop too low, and that can be just as dangerous. You could feel dizzy, faint, or fall and hurt yourself. So start the tea, but monitor your numbers closely. Check your blood pressure at home every day, same time, same conditions. Keep a written log. Stay in close contact with your healthcare provider. Let them know you're drinking hibiscus tea. Show them your log. If your numbers are dropping consistently, they may decide to adjust your medication dosage. That's good. It means the tea is working, but it has to be done under medical supervision. Your safety always comes first. Also, if you have very low blood pressure naturally, if you're prone to fainting, or if you have kidney disease, talk to your doctor before starting hibiscus tea. Now let me tell you what you can expect when you start drinking hibiscus tea the right way. Within the first 3 to 5 days, many patients notice they feel different, even before the numbers change significantly. They feel less pressure in their head, especially first thing in the morning. That feeling when you wake up and your head feels full, almost like pressure behind your eyes, starts to ease. Some notice their face doesn't feel as flushed during the day. By day 7, when they check their blood pressure at home, they're seeing actual number changes. Typically, the systolic pressure, that top number, starts to drop first. I've seen drops anywhere from 5 points up to 20 points in that first week. Everyone is different. Your results depend on how high your pressure was to start, what else you're doing for your health, your diet, stress levels, and genetics. But most people see something. Third, better sleep. When your blood pressure is high, your heart works overtime even while you sleep. Your body can't fully relax. You might wake up multiple times during the night. But when that pressure comes down, your heart doesn't have to strain as hard. Your body shifts into deeper, more restorative sleep cycles. Patients tell me they wake up feeling more refreshed and energized. Fourth, more daytime energy. When your cardiovascular system works efficiently, oxygen and nutrients are delivered to your muscles, brain, and organs more effectively. You have more stamina to do the things you love: gardening, playing with grandkids, taking walks, whatever brings you joy. And fifth, the long-term benefit that matters most. Over time, maintaining healthy blood pressure significantly reduces your risk of heart attack, stroke, heart failure, kidney disease, and vision problems. These are the complications of uncontrolled high blood pressure. But when you get those numbers under control and keep them there, you're protecting your future. You're giving yourself the best chance to live a long, active, independent life. Now we're at the part where I reveal the big mistake I promised you. The number one reason people try hibiscus tea and don't get results. And this frustrates me because it's so easily avoidable once you know what you're doing. The mistake is drinking hibiscus tea that's either too weak or at the wrong time of day. Most people approach herbal tea casually. They grab a tea bag, toss it in warm, not boiling water. They let it sit for maybe a minute while scrolling on their phone. The water barely changes color. Then they pull out the tea bag and drink it down. Wrong. When you prepare tea that weekly, you're not extracting enough active compounds to make a real difference. Those anthocyanins, those organic acids, those flavonoids I told you about need heat, time, and proper concentration to be released into your cup. If your tea looks pale pink instead of deep ruby red, you're not getting the medicinal dose. And then there's the timing issue. Some people drink it right before bed. But hibiscus has mild diuretic properties. If you drink it late at night, you'll be getting up multiple times to use the bathroom. That's not restful sleep. Your body also responds better to consistent morning and afternoon doses, because that's when your blood pressure tends to spike naturally. You want to catch those spikes and smooth them out. So here's exactly what works. Use 2 tea bags, or if you're using loose dried hibiscus flowers, use 2 full teaspoons. That's a therapeutic dose. Bring water to a full rolling boil. Not warm water, not hot tap water. Boiling. Pour 8 ounces, 1 cup, over your tea bags or flowers in a mug. Immediately cover the mug with a small plate to trap the steam. This keeps the volatile compounds from escaping. Let it steep for a full 6 minutes. Set a timer. The tea should turn a deep, rich red color, almost like cranberry juice. After 6 minutes, remove the tea bags or strain out the flowers. Let it cool for a minute so you don't burn your mouth, then drink it while it's still warm. Warmth helps with absorption in your digestive system. You can add a small amount of stevia or a teaspoon of raw honey if the tartness is too much. But avoid sugar, because that can spike your blood glucose and counteract some benefits. Do this every morning after you've eaten breakfast, not on an empty stomach because the tartness can be harsh. Then repeat the exact same process in the early afternoon, ideally around 2 or 3 p.m. That gives you 2 therapeutic doses spread throughout the day, maintaining steady levels of beneficial compounds in your bloodstream. Make sure you're using real, pure hibiscus tea, not a fruity blend with hibiscus plus 10 other ingredients. Read the label. The ingredient list should say hibiscus flowers or hibiscus subderiffa, and that's it. Good brands to look for are Traditional Medicinals, Republic of Tea, Frontier Co-op, or just plain organic dried hibiscus flowers from the bulk section or online. Now I'm going to give you my complete step-by-step protocol, the exact instructions I hand to my patients in the office. This is your action plan. Step 1. Go shopping. Head to your local grocery store, health food store, or order online. Look for pure hibiscus tea in the tea and coffee aisle, sometimes in the natural foods section. If your store has a bulk section, you can often find dried hibiscus flowers there, which tend to be more affordable. If ordering online, Amazon has plenty of options. Just make sure you're getting pure hibiscus, organic if possible. Step 2. Gather your supplies. You'll need a kettle or pot to boil water, a mug that holds at least 8 ounces, a small plate or saucer to cover the mug, a timer, and optionally, a home blood pressure monitor if you don't already have one. I highly recommend getting a monitor to track your progress. They're around $25 to $40 and incredibly useful. Step 3. Establish your baseline. Before you start drinking the tea, check your blood pressure for 3 days in a row at the same time each morning. Ideally, right after you wake up and use the bathroom, but before you eat or drink anything. Sit quietly for 5 minutes, then take your reading. Write down all 3 readings and calculate the average. That's your starting point. Step 4. Begin your tea routine. Every morning after breakfast, prepare your tea exactly as I described. Boiling water, 2 tea bags or 2 teaspoons of dried flowers, steep covered for 6 minutes, drink warm. Do this consistently, same time every day if possible. Consistency is key. Step 5. Afternoon dose. Around 2 or 3 p.m., after lunch has settled, prepare your second cup the exact same way. This keeps the beneficial compounds active in your system throughout the day. Step 6. Monitor your numbers. Continue checking your blood pressure every morning at the same time. Write it down in a notebook or use an app on your phone. After 7 days, look at your numbers compared to your baseline. Most people see at least a 5-point drop in systolic pressure. Many see 10 to 15 points or more. Step 7. Stay consistent for 30 days. 1 week will show initial results, but the full benefits of hibiscus tea build over time. Commit to drinking it daily for at least a month. Make it part of your routine, just like brushing your teeth. Step 8. Support your success. Remember, hibiscus tea is powerful, but it works best as part of an overall healthy lifestyle. Continue eating a balanced diet with plenty of vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and lean proteins. Reduce your sodium intake. Stay active with regular movement, even if it's just a 20-minute walk each day. Manage your stress through deep breathing, meditation, time in nature, whatever works for you. Get adequate sleep. All of these things work together. Step 9. Communicate with your doctor. Bring your blood pressure log to your next appointment. Show them what you're doing. If your numbers have improved significantly, they may want to adjust your medications. This is a partnership between you and your healthcare provider. And step 10. Be patient with yourself. Some people see dramatic results in days. Others take a few weeks. Everyone's body is different. Trust the process, stay consistent, and give it time. So there you have it. Everything you need to know about using hibiscus tea to naturally support healthy blood pressure. A simple, affordable, evidence-based approach you can start today. If you're over 60 and struggling with those numbers, worried about your health, feeling frustrated that nothing works, give this a real try for 1 full week. Follow my protocol exactly. Don't skip steps. Prepare it right, drink it at the right times, and monitor your numbers. I think you're going to be genuinely surprised with what happens. And after that first week, if you're seeing positive changes, keep going. Make it a permanent part of your daily routine. If you found this helpful, share this video with someone you care about who's dealing with high blood pressure. This information could literally change their life. And if you want more practical, science-based tips on staying healthy after 60, subscribe to this channel. Hit that subscribe button right now. I'm Dr. Sandra Serrati, and my mission is to help you live your healthiest, most vibrant life at any age. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself, take care of your heart, and I'll see you in the next video.